Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving into a tool that could totally change how we look at workplace wellness. It's basically designed to be an early warning system for the health of an entire organization. So let's get right into it. All right, let's kick things off with a big question, one that every organization should be asking themselves. Because let's be honest, the most destructive issues, plummeting productivity, people leaving in droves, widespread burnout, they're often completely invisible, right up until the moment they've already caused massive damage. And that's exactly where this GCredit tool steps in. See, it's not just another wellness survey. It's all about monitoring. Think of it less like a checkup and more like a smoke detector for your organization's health, giving you a real-time pulse on how things are really going. Okay, so how does this thing actually work? Well, it's built on two really smart, interconnected ideas. On one hand, you have the Wellness Index. This gives every single employee a private, personal snapshot of their own well-being. And on the other hand, you have the Calm Index, which measures how prepared managers are to actually support their teams. Let's start with the employee's side of things. Everything, and I mean everything, starts at the individual level, with the employee's own experience. And for this whole system to even have a chance of working, it has to start with one thing: absolute, unshakable trust. So if you're an employee, the process is designed to be super simple and honestly stress-free. You get a code, you answer about 40 questions, and putting your name on it is totally optional. The second you're done, you download your personal wellness report. And here's the kicker: that report vanishes. It's not saved, not stored, it's for your eyes and your eyes only. And this right here, this is the absolute bedrock of the whole system. Because without that solid gold guarantee of privacy, you're just not going to get honest answers. And if the answers aren't honest, well, the data is pretty much useless, right? And look, this isn't just some vague promise on a website. The tool literally has these guarantees built right into its DNA. Your name is optional. The report isn't stored. It's a one-time download. Your boss, your company, they never, ever see your personal results. All they see is the big picture, the combined, totally anonymous data from the whole team. So what is this wellness index actually measuring? Well, it's not just a "how are you feeling today" kind of thing. It's much deeper. It looks at four crucial areas: your stress levels, sure, but also your happiness, feelings of anger, and maybe most importantly, your level of trust in the company you work for. All right, so that's the employee side. But now let's flip the coin and look at the other critical piece of the puzzle: the managers. Because when an employee is having a tough time, who's the first person that usually turn to? Their direct manager. But are those managers actually ready for that responsibility? Yeah, the Calm Index isn't about how stressed the manager is personally. It's all about their capability. It asks a really tough but vital question. Does this leader have the skills they need to be that effective first responder when someone on their team is struggling? And it digs into 7 really specific skills that are just non-negotiable for leaders today. We're talking about things like, can they actually spot the early signs of distress? Do they know how to create a space that feels psychologically safe? Do they know when an issue is too big for them and needs to be escalated? It's all in there. So after they go through their own assessment, each manager gets their own private, totally confidential report. It gives them a simple grade from A to D and pinpoints exactly where they can improve. And a D grade, that's a crystal clear signal that this manager needs more training and support before they're ready to handle their team's wellness issues. Okay, so we've got all this private, individual data. Now for the magic. This is where it all comes together for the people in HR and leadership. The dashboard takes all those anonymous data points and turns them into a clear, actionable story about the entire organization. And right away, the dashboard can show you these huge, high-level trends. I mean, imagine seeing this: a 10.3% jump in employee trust since the start of the year. Wow, that is a massive signal that whatever you're doing is actually working. And check this out. This is super clever. The system can actually tell if people are taking the survey seriously or if they're just clicking random buttons to get it over with. This audit confidence score is crucial, right? It tells leadership if the data they're looking at is actually reliable, which is a big deal. It does the same thing for manager skills across the whole company. You can see at a glance, hey, we're getting way better at decision-making? Awesome. But also, our ability to spot those early warning signs is trending down. That tells you exactly where you need to focus your training. And here's one more layer of that privacy promise we talked about. It's a hard and fast rule: no report for any group, any team, any department, unless you have at least 25 people who've taken the test. It makes it literally impossible to single anyone out. So let's pull all this together. What's the big takeaway here? It's all about making a huge shift in thinking, moving from being reactive, waiting for a crisis to happen, to being truly proactive. It's about preventing the fire, not just putting it out. And this, for me, is the most mind-blowing concept of the whole thing. Big problems like burnout don't just happen out of nowhere. They have a timeline. And the data shows the first whispers of trouble, stress creeping up, trust starting to dip, they appear 6 to 12 months before you see the crisis. That's a massive window of opportunity. So what this tool really does is it gives leadership a kind of crystal ball. It allows them to see the subtle signs and step in to fix a small leak long before it becomes a flood that sinks the whole ship. And that really leaves us with one final thought to chew on. We're all swimming in data these days, right? But the real game changer isn't just having the data, it's knowing which signals are actually worth listening to. And when it comes to the health of your workplace, maybe the most important signals are the quietest ones.